So I'm just gearing up for another course launch, and I was reflecting back on when I created my very first online course and all of the limiting beliefs and stories that held me back from taking action and creating my course. So I thought it'd be fun to go through those limiting beliefs and explain how I reframe those to overcome them and create online courses and launch them out to the world. So 8 years ago, when I created my very first online course website that wows, the number one thing that held me back was, am I expert enough to create an online course? Would anyone want to learn from me? So the way that I got over this was that I targeted beginners. For your very first online course, it does not have to be super advanced. In my example here of creating a website, what I did was I helped beginners who had never created a website before in their lives, who weren't professional graphic designers or web designers. So me being able to show a simple, effective way for them to create their website ended up being incredibly valuable for that person. So I think with any field, with any level of expertise, there is a huge, broad spectrum, and you don't need to worry about maybe your peers or other experts in that space. You can instead focus on helping beginners. So that is a fantastic way to get started. And once I really just focused in on that ideal client, then things became much easier. So when you're an expert in something, it's really easy to feel like everyone knows this or that it's easy to everyone, and that's not the case. You are an expert. You have so much years of experience that have really added up and are making you think that. But trust me, there's so many people out there that could benefit from what you know right now. Now, of course, you have to be an expert in your subject matter, okay? I'm just saying that you don't have to worry about catering to your peers or even people that are further along than you. There are going to be people that haven't learned what you know yet, haven't achieved what you have yet, and they are going to be your perfect first online course customers. So with Website That Wows, it was so cool to hear from people that had just been held back so much by the tech, who had thought that the only way to create a website was to use WordPress, and they were spending hours and hours of their time trying to figure it out. It was so cool to hear from those customers say how much I was able to simplify the process for them, make website design accessible, and they were able to create their very own website for their business and save thousands of dollars in the process. So there are going to be people that are going to benefit from this early stage information. And so I think that's a great place to start. The other thing that held me back is when it got to pricing my online course. As I was doing some market research and looking around, I realized that there were other people teaching website courses that were like $20. And I knew at the time that that was going to be very challenging to build a profitable online course business if it was a super low ticket product like that. And I also had envisioned something else in my mind. This wasn't a simple, quick mini course. It was going to be something that was more robust, that was more complete for people. So that happens a lot because there are some popular course websites where you will see that there are very, very low cost courses out there. What I would recommend to you and what a coach told me at the time was to ignore those websites entirely. That's a different thing. And to instead build your own brand and build your course the way that you imagine it, that is truly valuable, and putting the right value on that based on the result that you're going to help people achieve, based on the hours that you are going to save them. So there's a lot more that comes into play with pricing than just seeing the lowest course offer that is out there on the market and feeling like you need to match that. There's a whole lot more to it. And I definitely don't want you competing only on price, which is always a race to the bottom and a really hard business to build. So yeah, I had a coach at the time help me with that and help me really see the value in what I was offering. All right, so once I decided, yes, I'm going to create my course, I'm going ahead with this, then I realized, okay, I need people to sell to. And this is where the fears around being able to build an audience and reach enough people came up. So I had to figure out how to put myself out there and get more comfortable with that. So with this, I had to go with it. I had to recognize, okay, this is my dream. This is my dream online business. Yes, I'm going to have to put myself out there. So I'm just going to have to go for it. Even if it's not perfect, even if I'm not comfortable on camera yet, I'm just going to go for it. So I had to figure out, okay, where was I actually going to go and connect with other people? And luckily I chose YouTube. I am still recommending this platform so many years later. What I did was I created really short and specific videos that I knew other people would be looking for. And that was a perfect way for me to get started. It wasn't these huge, long, overly complex videos. It was just me sharing what I knew with others and starting to build up my audience that way. So it's still what I recommend to beginners today. It's really helpful because you can leverage search engine optimization. There are ways for you to figure out, okay, what are people actually looking for when it comes to this topic, and have you show up in the search results for that. So yeah, it helped me then, and I'm still doing it to this day. And the final thing that really held me back was not feeling confident in my sales abilities at all. While I knew I could create a good quality course, I really didn't feel confident in terms of asking people to actually invest in it and to get in front of people and do that. So the fortunate thing here is that sales is a skill. Just like anything else that you've learned in your life, sales is just another one of those things. So the way that I dealt with this was got some support. So I hired coaches, I invested in courses to work on what I felt was a real weak spot in my business. So then through some practice, through learning actual sales systems, it all started to click and become a whole lot easier. So even if right now you feel super uncomfortable about the fact of, maybe getting on video or asking people to invest in what you've created, you can absolutely do this. And there are programs that can help you, including my program that I made. So this is something that you can absolutely tackle. It's just part of business, and it's something that we have to learn. So those are the major things that held me back in my online course journey. I hope hearing how I was able to overcome these really help you in your online course journey. Becoming an online course creator is one of the best decisions that I ever made. It changed my life in so many positive ways. So I'm so excited for it to do the same for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you real soon with another video.